3, 2, 1. Third Wheel Podcast, guys. Welcome back. It's been forever since we shot an episode. I ran out of episodes weeks ago, and I've been riding on the high of one episode, cutting it up into shorts for you ungrateful creatures for like 3 weeks. So
why do I get this microphone?
what's wrong with that microphone?
I think you deliberately gave me this one.
What's wrong with that one?
Well, I'm not going to show it, but it's the actual like fuzzy part's a little crumpled. I feel like you did that deliberately.
Oh yeah, well check out this wire. This wire's got a little bit of a crumple on it.
First of all, it's a cable.
You know what? Shut
Wires
up.
go
Look at
through
that. You see
cables.
that? It's got. Look at that. It's disgusting.
Okay.
I saved you from the horror.
All right. You know what? You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's walk away from this.
Yeah. No.
Good thing.
He's insulted my honor for the last time.
Good thing no one's watching.
That's not true. We had 8 viewers last time.
Hey.
Okay, that was pretty good. All
How
right.
about that?
That's not bad for a podcast that nobody watches.
I guess so.
Dude, my okay, so you're familiar with the YouTuber Jeremy Johns, right?
Yeah. He's one of my favorites.
Okay, I made a video and I said I don't like him that much, right?
Yes, you did.
That
and
is
then
our most
all
commented.
his fans
Yeah.
probably came to kill you.
Well, we still get comments at least 3 times a year on that video. 3 times. People come in and be like, "Who are you?"
Did people not hear me compliment him? Don't throw me in with him.
Well, some people come in and they're like, "Well, why don't you do better?" And I was like, "Are you not familiar with our channel? Like that's literally what we try to do. Is like do our own. Like why aren't you doing your own thing? Why aren't you doing it better?" I was like, "Did you watch the short? Because in the short, I say, yeah, I don't like him that much." Oh no, my favorite one is when they say, "Well, don't be sheep and think for yourself." That's literally what I'm saying in the video. The video is me saying I don't like him because I disagree with his opinion, meaning I formed my own opinion. And people can be like, "Oh, well, you got to think for yourself." And like, that's literally what my video said I did. And nobody, I don't know. It's just,
You're trying to understand Redditors, dude.
it's the internet, bro.
Good luck.
They're so dumb. But,
Good
hey,
luck.
it's just funny. Like I swear, at least 3 times a year. "Oh, look at the fatty here. You should start a weight loss journey channel." I'm like, hello?
Wow.
So it's just, it's fun. It's funny to me.
Dude, we need to dim the lights here.
Mm-hmm.
Dim the lights. Get your doctor in here.
Yeah, it makes me look thinner so I don't have to actually lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's just funny to me. So what you been up to, man? Anything?
So very much.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking a lot more. Definitely experimenting. I made my own.
In cooking, right? You're talking about experimenting in cooking, not other areas of your life, right?
Open it up. It's great. Yeah. I love doing it. It's not like I'm being set up for anything.
So I think he said no comment is what he was trying to say, but he went a roundabout way.
We love that.
Speaking of that, dude, I'm trying to 100% Stardew Valley, and I'm at 84%. No,
actually, one of the biggest appeals of that game is that there's no ending. So giving yourself some sort of trivial goal is just pointless.
There is an ending, though. Yeah, the update 1.6 added an ending, quote unquote. Now, the game's not over. You can play after, but it added a cutscene where if you get 100% completion, you're on the summit of the world and you're sitting there with your wife, or if you're not married, Mr. Key, who's like the mysterious stranger who shows up and gives you cool items, and he's like, look out, kid, and he disappears,
Wow.
So, and then if you try to cheat, there's a way to glitch into the summit, and then if you do, Mr. Key standing there and he like throws you off the mountain for cheating. Damn. So it's pretty fun. So I'm at 86% completion. And dude, it's so tedious, and in a way, like it's not boring, tedious, but it's like there's just so much you got to do.
I wish Stardew Valley had an option where you can bring the industry to Stardew Valley and buy it all out, and then push all of the residents out and just build more office.
You kind of can though.
Nah.
So in Stardew, there's their version of Amazon called Jojo Mart, and you can side with Jojo Mart, which is, like I said, Amazon, and then a lot of stuff that you wanted to accomplish, you can just buy with money, and then you accomplish it. So you pay your way to completion. Or you go the long way where you side with the small business owners, and then you restore the community that way. Yeah, dumb.
Never
but for completion, there's a guy from Jojo Mart, and he looks like a crack dealer, swear to God. They knew that. And he hides in a cave, and he's like, "Hey, come here, come talk to me." You talk to him. He says, "Hey, you can buy your way to completion. By the way, have the papers right here. For every 500K coins you bring me, I'll move the completion meter up 1%. And he's like, I'm totally legit. I look shady, but I'm actually 100%. Here's the papers. And it's funny. So I was like, I would be doing myself a disservice if I at least one time didn't buy from him and, wiggle it up 1%, So pretty cool. How are we looking? Oh, really? What is that? Battery low?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
skittish.
He knows what I'll do if it's wrong.
That's true.
Okay. He knows.
Well,
But,
we're in public, thankfully.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Otherwise. But yeah, so
Interesting.
I have 210 hours in Stardew, just the first playthrough. And that was all from January to now. That's how crazy much I played this game. It is so much fun.
That is like the new I don't even know what to call it. Just kind of like the I don't know, like a lot of couples play it typically.
Yeah.
Or they're like, I don't know, relaxation.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, because once I do completion, then I just need to pickle all my items, and then I think I'm done after that. Like completion's the big one. Once you do completion, like you've lived a good life. It's time to retire. But other games we've been playing, we've recently, as me and Shats were talking off screen, we were getting through Resident Evil Requiem, which you've beat.
So many times.
Yeah, already.
So many times.
He had the gall to tell me after my second playthrough that I was addicted. and then after like a week or so, he's like, I beat it 8 times.
Well, yeah, it was experimentation. I was just trying to see like how addicting the game could be so I could, prevent the virus from spreading.
Yeah. The D virus, which we also talked about off camera. But
yeah.
So where does it stack amongst your other entries in the franchise?
I think I played pretty much most of the mainline ones. The only one I haven't played is 6. Well, I mean, I played that much.
I am half tempted to play 6. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll play 5 first.
I will.
You'll find some enjoyment there.
Yeah. I think they're gonna remake it too.
Yeah, probably.
They keep teasing it.
All right, my list currently, because again, remakes are coming out, and I just have a feeling the one remake is going to be really, really good.
Code Veronica, I'm assuming. Is that the one you're
no.
saying? Okay.
Like literally one remake.
Oh, one remake. Sorry.
I love One HD a lot. What are you doing to yourself?
I'm just messing with this little string right here, and I'm also moving my leg. So
what's the string attached to?
It's my wiener. So I move my leg and I also play with this, so it just looks like I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, I did. I did this dirty.
It's the SpongeBob.
All right. Just to prove to you that I'm not doing anything, I will keep my hands up here.
Yeah.
After I pull my pants up.
Fair enough. The Resident Evil
HD.
It would have to be, dude. I didn't really start getting into this series until 7.
Yeah.
So I feel like I owe it.
Same.
A little bit.
I didn't even get to 7 until 5 years after the fact either.
Let's say 7, 1, 2 remake is really good.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy 9 a little bit more though.
Then 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 4 remake, then 2 remake.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was playing 2 again, and
me too. Yeah.
You see the knife whenever Leon has a knife equipped. And I swear to God, zombie's about to touch me. I thought I could press space bar and just parry.
The parries. I'm the type of person who's like, I hate when they just add a stupid parry system to every game now, because Dark Souls, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it is so good.
Yeah.
It's just I love the whole. Like, here's the thing. I've always hated like the durability thing, you know. So I'm glad
Me
they
too.
compromise with like, hey, to sharpen it. I was like,
Yeah.
cool, love that. It's just way more engaging.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel way cooler.
You do. Because Leon, he's always like,
yeah. And you're like, I wish I could. I think the favorite, you get an achievement for it. My favorite is when you're fighting the licker.
yeah, and you can cut their
You
tongue
just
off.
cut their tongue off. I'm like, that's so cool.
Well, Leon, speaking of that, so there were memes about it. Mr. X is up there with the rocket launcher. Someone drew a comic, and he shoots the rocket at him, and Leon's just like, knocks out the rocket over. And turns out that wasn't that far off from what actually happened. So there's the part where you're on the roofs and the artillery's coming at you.
Yeah.
And if the artillery hits you, you just got to parry, and he'd like shrapnel, just ching.
Apparently, you can also. I don't know if it's a glitch, but you can parry the car that Mr. X throws at you. because they really just went crazy with it. But no, just oh my gosh, everyone. I mean, like we're not saying anything new, but just such a perfect
it's a perfect game.
Back and forth between. It never gets boring.
Yeah,
it never gets boring.
Not
but
at
like
all.
back and forth between Grace gameplay, where it's just like. Again, like the more modern 7, 8 survival horror, and then you got Leon who's just Rambo.
I think the word the word you said earlier, compromise, was like I don't know how they did it, bro. They perfectly merged the, like you said, the scariness of 7. She's not a fighter. And I love, and there's so many little details too. So she starts off like, oh God.
Yeah,
but then
her gun is like shaky.
As the game goes on, she's like more confident. Her stuff has a little bit more of a punch, but she's still in over her head.
Yeah.
And then with Leon, you come back and I spam the reload button in any game I play. If I'm playing Call of Duty, if I'm one bullet short, I just to be safe, I hit square.
Yeah.
You know, and when I'm playing a game, even if I know the gun's fully loaded, I'm always just pressing R. And the people, they did that they had an animation for reloading where Leon will check, make sure there's one in the chamber. Grace will check there's one in the chamber. Grace will open Reqiuem out and just make sure all the bullets are in there. And I was like, and so we're playing all together with Paul and Darcy and Maddie. And they're like, why do you keep checking your gun? I was like, it's just habit. And you never notice in any other game. You never notice that you're just pressing R because if the gun's not.
Also in real life, you're always checking your chamber.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Really fun.
Yeah. Like as in the police academy, they're like, always know the condition of your weapon. Is it loaded, unloaded, whatever. Always know what's in your gun. So every 2 seconds, and I swear there was a big break in between gameplay sessions, and so like, why do you keep checking your gun? I was like, we went over this last time. I spam reload just no matter what.
I never got. I was never upset when they changed characters. Just it's almost like in like Better Call Saul when they changed between like Ignacio, and like Saul's story, which is like it never is. It always just picks right back up. I like Grace as a character. I think like of all the, I mean. Resident Evil has a really bad habit of introducing characters and just never bringing them back.
Yeah.
I really hope they keep Grace around, but like technically she doesn't really add anything to the story as far as I'm concerned, like the overall story. But really cool character. I think they found a really cool balance of just like someone you're playing. I think the first character who's like actually terrified.
Yeah.
Ethan a little bit, but like even like the beginning, like the intro is so effective. When she's running away, if you popped a third person, she's like tripping over, you know, she's like tumbling over herself. I'm like, just like,
yeah.
So good.
It is. And like the blood collecting system is brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Because like you got to manage the blood. You don't, I mean, later on in the game, there's a part where you just find so much blood.
But it's like risk reward,
Yeah.
because it's like, well, if I kill that enemy and then pop him, like I get more blood, it's what if I can make that steroid shot or
and
whatever.
sometimes zombie doesn't drop blood or they only drop like 10 blood pellets. Like it, and it's like, do I want health? Do I want more explodey zombies? What do I want? And it's just like there's no clear cut answer method. Every zombie is its own character. Like I don't know when you were running around as Grace in the mansion at the beginning, and you get caught by the zombie that cleans stuff. Did she ever grab
she starts
you?
scrubbing
She starts
your face.
scrubbing your face, and it was like, or the freaking zombies that sing that were like singing right before they died, and then so like they grab you and they do a sonic scream in your face. It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I remember like that was my first note moment, I think, is when you walk into the balcony and there's just singing and then there's a bunch of zombies near. I'm like, there's got to be a better way.
There's a gun in there too and it's like, I don't think I want to go over there and find it. There's a safe behind the bar and like, you know what?
Nah. It's safe for a reason.
But then what I love is like so with Grace too is like there's these cabinets you can't open with her. You can only open with Leon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I'm sitting there like, man, I'm missing an item, that lets me open these, or maybe the story progresses and I get. So then we switched to Leon. I was like, man, I missed out on something because at a certain point Grace isn't at the mansion anymore. So I was like, man, I missed it. And then Leon goes back through and he's like, pop it open with his hatchet, and I like that. There's so much love and care. And like you said, when they switch to Leon and they switch to Grace, I'm never rolling my eyes. There's never a part where I'm like, man, I don't care what Leon's doing, or I don't care. Who would say that, by the way? I don't care what Grace is doing. That one's a little bit more reasonable. But it's like, I did care. I did care about her parts. I loved her puzzles, her sections, her attitude. I love how you can take out enemies as Grace, and then Leon comes through a clean, freshly empty mansion. or you can hide from everything as Grace, and then Leon comes through and just cleans up all the zombies that she couldn't kill. And the game knows what you did. The game knows if you killed Hunk or if you didn't kill Hunk, and Leon will come by and clean it up. So,
I especially love, so Capcom has been getting closer and closer to like better dialogue and better like writing.
Yeah.
Like I would say better, more just like
I don't know how I feel about that either.
Universal.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, if you're playing the early games, even like the remakes, the most recent remakes, you can tell they're trying to appeal, I think, to more broader audience with their writing. But like the early games, it was just like, God, the translation.
It's so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
And kind of immersion breaking, but it also was like a really charming. So like Leon's horrible quips, that's straight from, you know, like 4, like the original 4. And then like remake 2, I think it got kind of like halfway in between. Like there was some awkward moments. Yeah. But like they started like acting like it was like a cinema.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
This one, it's great because Grace, I feel like the closest they've ever gotten to like
a real person.
This is an actress, you know, like actually. And then like Leon, just like I remember the first scene where like that lady gets chainsawed. And he's just watching the whole time. He just does. The comments are basically like he's just waiting to do a backflip. Or it's his lines, just like his quips. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm
must
glad
be the evening service.
I'm glad they didn't change him.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like even in the trailer, I think I want a second opinion. He's talking to the zombie doctor. And I was like, this is so good. This is so good. And then like, it's funny. The first chainsaw you can pick up, you actually can't pick it up right away until the game tells you you can't. Yeah. So, but I knew from watching the gameplay trailer that I can pick up the chain, and so I'm trying to pick it up, and it keeps spinning, and I was like, why do you keep running toward the chainsaw? I was like, it was in the trailer. And then finally, the thing props up. Now you can pick up chain. I was like, oh.
What was your favorite wave encounter with Leon?
Like wave of enemies?
Yeah, and then what was your favorite like runny moment with Grace, I guess?
I guess, I don't know. The initial Grace is trapped in this mansion. Once you get past the opening with the the girl, once you get past the opening and Leon hands her Requiem, like it's a culture shock of I'm scared. I got, if you're playing hardcore, I got 1 bullet in Requiem. So I love the shock of like the mansion opens up. It's time to start solving puzzles. It's time to start hiding or killing zombies. I love that with Grace. With Leon, their intros were just so strong. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward the second opinion doctor fight. But
the gas station fight was pretty fun.
That was good, but I don't. But even this is a boss fight. This doesn't count. But I think I love the final fight with Gideon, where he's like, "Oh, you're nemesis. That's why you were hard to kill." So I don't. It's hard to pick one because like there wasn't a single part in the game. Here's another thing I have about this game. There's not a single part where I would roll my eyes and say I hate this section.
I have one.
Is it the orphanage?
Yeah,
it's
the orphanage. It's always the orphanage.
I don't hate that though because it is a little long.
Yeah, just because you can't do anything.
Yeah, and it's not super clear. Like when you go through the door and then the girls are standing there, you have to actually leave the room at hallway and then come back. That's not super clear.
Yeah, that was really stressful. Well, first of all, the first time around, okay, it was pretty effective. Yeah. But like, when you're going for the beaten 4 hours, I was so stressed because I had like under an hour. I think I was getting close to like 30 minutes. I had to go through that segment. I was like, I'm screwed. There's nothing I can do. Somehow I pulled through. But I was really just.
He did text me proof. He did beat it under 4 hours, unless he screenshotted mine and sent it back. But
I can't be proven.
The times were oddly similar.
Wow. No, very happy when that happened.
Yeah.
But my favorite fight was Mr. X, probably.
See, okay, I'll get to him in a second. However, but I want to say. That section that you don't like, it is technically the weakest section. The girls are really scary. Yeah. So I love that. Right. It's also super messed up. Like they're all craniums open. So I was like, the atmosphere's still there. It's not long.
Yeah, it's like probably if you're 15 minutes, maybe. Maybe if you're skipping cutscenes a little bit.
Yeah, which you can skip cutscenes this time. Yeah. 7, you couldn't do that. Like on 7, I had to look up the guide on the last 10 minutes because like I got 6 minutes left. Right. Yeah. And there's still at least 15 in the game. So I had to like, okay, here, I had to watch the guy like use bombs to push himself to skip a cut. You know, I had to do those type of things. But in 9, like they kept the section that they kind of knew. There's so much self-awareness in this game because I think they knew that, okay, here's the flashback scene. Every single time we do this in the game, people hate it.
Yeah.
So but they still like doing it, okay, because they still do it.
Right.
But they keep trying to compromise. They keep trying to find ways to make it less sucky. So it's not really long. It's not. It's still pretty scary when you think about it. Now, there's no dynamic chasing. Like it's very scripted. Yes. But you feel when the glass breaks and you're like, oh shoot, and then the one just comes through like a football,
right?
And then it's like, okay, I have to run, I have to open that. So like, it's still pretty engaging, and it's not super long. And then once it's over, like you're back to it. You're back to Grace as an adult or Leon in his action. So I did. It's my favorite flashback out of all the other games where you got to switch. Because it's shorter and it's a little bit scarier than the other one.
Basically, like the same thing as like the Shelly one, which again was at the freaking orphanage, which was something they made in Remake 2. They didn't. It's not actually from the original. Yeah. But I think they also like it doesn't, because it's the whole point of it is to build up a red herring that Grace is a clone,
right?
But she's not,
right?
So did it actually go anywhere? It was scary. Like I was terrified.
It still added a little bit.
Probably one of the scariest moments in the game.
No,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't.
It's not as long as Mia in the boat section is the thing.
Oh yeah, I mean that's that's rough.
Because like once I get to that part, anytime I play 7, once I beat Jack for the last time, I'm done with the game. Game's over for me because then we switch to the boat and then we switch to the boss gauntlet and then I'm done after that. But there's no part in 9 where I'm like, okay, game's over for me. Like, no, it's riveting to the very last second. My only cons, and I told you this over one of them, is the game's not long enough. I think I'd have loved it if it was 5 hours longer. More Grace hiding. When you switch, like the lab section in every Resident Evil game, I don't care about the lab section. I actually low-key hate them, you know? And it's like, we even talked in our playthrough of the first one, like, it's always the worst part of every Resident Evil game is the last level. I didn't have that problem because as Grace, you're fighting lickers. You're fighting the white test tube zombies, and you're hiding from them. And you're doing blood collection again. So good. Like more puzzles. Like there wasn't a single bad part. And then Leon again, when he's in the lab and he's fighting lickers left and right, and
they have the gall. They have the gall to give him a heart attack mid combat.
Yeah.
I'm like.
And the game tells you just gotta wait for Leon to push through. I'm like, really? But my only hiccups are it's not. I would have just loved it if it was longer. But most Resident Evil games you got to replay it, and that's where you get your game time from is just replay.
I think it could have been like I don't want to for it to overstay its welcome.
Right, which it doesn't.
I think maybe an hour or two longer, maybe just an hour longer. I think that would be probably like sweet spot if it was 5 hours long. Again, we're using that. If you speed run, it's 4 hours, you know. But like, I think like an additional hour would be really good. But also like, it's so paced. It's paced so unbelievably well. Again, that's the only part of the game that I actually dread a little bit.
Yeah.
But everything else is paced so well. Like even the Raccoon City, like the police department bit, like you don't really fight any zombies in the police department, but it's still so gripping. Like I love exploring it, you know. And there's lots of things to find.
There's still puzzles to solve.
Did you find the? Did you complete the side quest? It was the
briefcase
letters. Yeah, well, the letters where it's like the little girl leaves letters.
Yes.
Sad. Very sad.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's like you could literally just pass it up, but like you just find it, you know, like and I forget, you get like a charm for it or something. Yeah. But you can find Wesker's little perversion. It's crazy.
It's the same picture?
Same picture.
Oh, boo. I was hoping he had a second one, different angle.
No, it's funny. You get his sunglasses as a charm for it.
I saw that, yeah. I had to cheat that one, though. I was like, I don't know how to open
Really?
I had to cheat that one.
Oh, okay. I actually saw it myself.
I'm really bad with puzzles, man. I'm telling you.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my only other gripe, and you view this as a pro, there were a little bit too many callbacks to 2. Now the one that The going back to the police station, fine.
Yeah.
Finding Wesker's little Wank's picture again, totally fine. Okay. There's a puzzle that Leon didn't solve the first time 25 years ago. Totally fine. Liquors. Liquors to me was the fence. This is the line. Like, okay, Liquors are actually still alive. We're screwing around with them. I was okay with that. Mr. X showing up was a little bit too much for me.
Oh, come on.
Just a little. I'm sorry. It was just a little bit too much. That was over the fence.
But it was so good.
It was a good reveal. But then once he died 5 seconds after he comes back, and I was hoping it was either the original Nemesis from 3. What turns out he's still alive because Nemesis never dies, at least in remake.
Yeah.
He like his ultimate weapon. He always finds a way back.
Right.
Or I was like, or Mr. X will come back, but. It's not even the original Mr. X either, where he also didn't die. You know what I mean? It's like it is. They cloned him. Quick clone. He just had he had to show up at the police station. No other monster called back. It was just like, here he is. And then 5 seconds after he comes back, Leon kills him again. And no extra help either. He didn't blow him up again. Nothing like he just tomahawk. So he was actually a weaker version of Tyrant than he was in the last game. So it was like. That was a little bit too much fan service for me. That was over the line on that one. The Liquors was the fence. I was like, I get it. They wanted to recreate it again.
Well, okay.
They're
For
somewhat
me,
over.
Liquors are more of a Resident Evil staple rather than a Resident Evil 2 staple. So I'm okay with that.
Not from the remake perspective, not really.
I'm talking, yes, but like from like the franchise, they appear more than just 2. So I would say, and again, they're the most recognizable. I would say of the zombies.
I let it go.
Yeah,
I let it go. Mr. X for me.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I think I can see that. I think I was actually a little bit more not upset, but more like it kind of feels because the entire segment it's actually reminiscent of 2 remake, not the original.
Yeah.
So it's not that nostalgic, only because 2 remake didn't come out that long ago.
Right.
So it kind of feels a little manipulative, just a little bit. But I don't know. I think a Mr. like we haven't seen Mr. X in forever. Like I think it's really cool to bring him back. Like they got the 2 fights in one. Because like you get the chasing moment and they got the super tyrant moment, which I'm like, I don't know. We've never seen Leon fight. Well, have you seen him fight the super tyrant? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
That's
He's the only one that does fight Super Titan.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Freaking parrying him. It's my favorite fight in the game. So
it's a minor gripe. It's a minor
for me
gripe. Yeah. It's not like it doesn't ruin the game for me. I was just like,
I guess you could see that only, but only. I thought when they went back to when he officially goes right to Raccoon City, the entire segment was going to be callbacks. But it's only up. It's only at the police station.
Yep.
Which again, kind of like the flashback, you can clear that in probably 15 minutes. So I don't have a super big problem with it. Do you know the plant boss that you fight is actually a cut boss from 2 remake?
well, that's cool.
The one to put in.
Okay, cool.
Just cut files and concept art of it. So they actually poured it over
put it in
to
there.
I was
Yeah.
like,
And it's also a good callback to 1 because there's a plant fight,
Right.
So I imagine in 2 they will also there's just some staples in the franchise. It's like, oh, a big spider. Where's that come from? It's like if you played 1, you fought a big
that's
spider.
the thing. I think again, I think this is the most. I correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the best selling Resident Evil game ever.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because
Single player game, by the way.
We're 9 games in.
EA.
and Suddenly,
Sorry.
I think because I think it's really appealing for like a broader audience to see like the scary trailers, and like it has like really weird elements. Like when you're watching the trailer, you see the girl for the first time, you're like, what is this game?
Yeah.
And then if you're, like you said, if you play Resident Evil, things are weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like 7, it starts off with just like I'm walking into a relatively normal meth house, and then like it gets really weird. So it's like people either love or hate that part of it, but they still get intrigued by the initial appeal.
Same.
I think 9 was just like out the door, just like we know who we are.
Oh yeah,
very confident, get very comfortable with who they are. And like you said, like like a plant boss or a giant spider fight. It's like any other B-list movie or whatever would be like, well, this is so dumb. But it's like, no, like
no, we're going back to the beginning. We're back to basics.
Back to our roots.
Yeah. Camera time. Three, two, one. But yeah, no, there wasn't a single part. that Mr. X is a minor. It's a minor complaint because like when he first showed up, I was like, oh my god. But then as I sat with it, I was like, just a little too much.
You know
for me.
what okay.
Yeah.
In that same conversation of adding another hour,
Sure.
they could have at least added a Xenofight.
I know. Yeah.
But how'd you feel about that character?
I loved him because he looked like a One Piece character. I don't know if you've seen One Piece at all, but like
I get the idea.
the major generals have the coat just hanging
He's
out.
really cool design.
And in Chicago, which I want to talk about at some point in the show, I just put my leather jacket. I just got done fighting Xeno, or not fighting, just that cutscene. I was like, you know what? I just put it over. I'm just walking around at the art museum. Maybe I look way fatter than I am, but I liked him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I understand people saying, "Oh, that was a wasted character." I have found a way in my head to justify his existence.
Oh boy, here we go.
We already fought Wesker in 5.
Mm.
He's a Wesker clone.
Yeah.
He's not. They don't even try to hide that it's Wesker, and they don't try to differentiate him. They don't try to flesh him out because they know like it's Wesker again with an asterisk.
Right.
So it's like there's not much they could have done with the concept of, hey, we brought back Wesker. It's not him though; it's a clone.
Objection. Use your own argument against you. We fought
Sure.
Mr. X literally like 30 minutes
Yeah.
prior. Give us a Wesker fight.
So how many times are we supposed to call back to the games? You know what I mean? That would have been
the
too
Wesker
much.
fight was the best part of 5.
Yeah, which I never played.
I think that would have been. I think that would have really been like
Yeah.
a cool addition. But like again, there's quite a few fights in this game. I just don't see like it could have been like we fight a little bit and he runs away or something. Like they could still have the cutscene where he dies. I'm like, I get it. He's a clone. Did you think it was the real Wesker when you first saw him? Though?
No, because I haven't played 5, and I had to go back and watch 5 to hear how Wesker talked. I was expecting him to sound like he did in 1.
Okay.
So in 1, Wesker's like, Chris, but in 5, he's like, Chris. He's dead. So when I saw him, I was like, who are you? And he calls himself Xeno. If it was Wesker, he would have said, I'm Wesker. But he doesn't. He's Xeno. He's an imperfect imitation, is I think how Victor.
I'm pretty
calls
sure I
him.
actually yelled Wesker when I saw him.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
Wesker!
No.
No, it's not him.
No, if I played 5, I might have connected it more, but I haven't. So I was like, "Who are you?" And he's got a big gun that I don't remember Wesker having, but he's got the sunglasses, he's got the slick back hair, all that kind of
he
stuff.
started when he. I wasn't like 100%. Then he started teleporting. I was like, oh my god, it's Wesker.
Yeah, no.
But-
and it's like we already did that. And we already crammed in the Mr. X fight. So now let's cram in another Wesker fight. So it's like, how many times are we going to cram
let's
something?
cram in another Nemesis fight.
Now, that one, I read a comment that said this is almost an apology for how bad 3 Remake was, where Nemesis
It could be.
Nemesis wasn't that scary in 3 Remake. He was in 3 OG. So in this, it's like, hey, we messed up 3 Remake Nemesis. Nemesis never got his proper due remake. So now we did it in this one. It also introduces the concept that Nemesis is a strand of the virus and not an actual individual. So in 3, Nemesis isn't Nemesis, like that's not his name. That's a strand of the virus, where now it's a Nemesis virus. Whether you like it or not, that's actually a interesting concept. It's a new concept that they add. Is like, hey, Nemesis isn't a person; it's an idea. I don't mean to sound like the Joker, but an idea.
Technically, that's what Tyrant was,
Right.
Like just anyone can be turned into Tyrant.
Now, if Tyrant showed up but he wore a different outfit, I'd be like, okay, they did something different this time. But no, right out the gate, he takes his clothes off.
He didn't have his hat.
Yeah, whatever. So I don't know. Like I said, I was okay with Nemesis in the fact that like it added to the lore that Nemesis isn't one individual. It's a strand of the T virus.
Did you? How surprised were you when you found out he was a Nemesis, or did you know beforehand?
I didn't know beforehand. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And like I said, I read that comment that said this is almost an apology for 3 because 3 didn't give Nemesis his proper fight, his proper form, nothing. They butchered that. And then in this one, they were like, hey, actually, here's what it would have been had we had another year to do this game. And it solid fight. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I love the lore, and I'm not even familiar all that with the lore. I'm so down for this new group they added, The Connection, which is something that it's a newer concept that they introduced in 7, And with the remakes, they've kind of pretended like the connection's been here the whole time.
True. Yeah. Because
like
it's their way of tying the new games with the. It's almost like a two different timelines. They're just trying to like weave together now.
Yeah, and I'm all for it because who was Wesker working for in 5? Like, was he working for himself? Maybe, but it's implied now that he works with BPAA or whatever, or the Connection is what they're called now. So, I appreciate that quite a bit. And then let's see, what was the other thing I was going to say with that I liked? Ties it all together. Oh, I love that Umbrella. It's it's hard to describe. Basically, from game 1 till now, Umbrella was just a giant corporation that had no checks and balances. So literally, every head scientist in their own department just decided, hey, I'm going to take what I created and go somewhere else and do my own thing. So with 2, you got Tyrant, you got William Berkeley, the doctor. He's like, this is mine. Put it myself. I'm a monster now. And then with 8, you got Mother Miranda. She's actually an ex-Umbrella scientist who's like, you know what? This is mine. I'm gonna go to my own island, and I'm gonna capture people and bring them back and turn them into my children. And then 4, it's the same thing. They go to Spain. It's like somebody just got a big head and umbrella and was like, I'm just gonna go and capture an island and make it my own kingdom. I love that because, like, you read Grace's report at the end, and she's like, yeah, it's just another guy that was like, I am not happy with Umbrella. I'm going to take my invention and go start an island. And it turns into a Resident Evil game. And I love that idea. Umbrella had no checks and balances. Everyone was given infinite money, infinite freedom to do whatever they wanted. And then each department... Like, I'm waiting on one of the games. The head of HR was like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm going to go start another game.
Just play 0. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I was watching some gameplay on it, and it looks fun. So I'm gonna give it a try. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Don't turn off the game after the first 30 minutes. It's very tempting too.
Don't turn it off. Like, it's scary.
Well, because the best part's the beginning of the game. It's kind of downhill from there, but
okay.
It's and then like literally spoil it. The next, so you start on the train, right?
Yeah, sure. Which sounds great.
The very next set is just another mansion, and they're like, there's 2 mansions. It's like almost a duplicate of the one from 1.
So it's like the Krusty Krab 2.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Money.
But like, yeah, it has a pretty decent twist in it.
Sure.
Now they made they do the Resident Evil thing where they make up characters, who are like they were there the whole time, but
I'm not mad at it though.
It
when
was
it
still
does
fun.
That. Yeah,
I guess so. There are. I looked up a list of all the characters they introduced that they have not brought back for Doomsday. They will not be returned for Doomsday. Also, do we have time? Maybe next episode we can talk about the leaked script for the original Kane Dynasty.
Yeah, that's not this episode. It won't fit. But I'm so down for next one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, cool. Did you read them?
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I watched a video where it like read it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me the summary later.
Yeah,
that sounds great. We can talk about that because we also got AI DLS 5 to talk about as well. So.
You know what? Can we tack that on here real quick? So I have I've been telling Caleb ever since I played this game that my gosh, Grace is so pretty. So attractive. Like,
he uses other words when it's just our private conversations.
Not
by
true.
The way.
I would never disrespect her that way.
She is a lady.
I think first of all, she's like also like she's very down to earth.
Yeah,
I love the down to earth. Just like she would be, that would be me. She's very relatable. But also, even though as terrified as she is, she still knows she has to do the right thing.
Yeah.
She's, she's not that much older than Emily, but like she knows, I can't leave her behind.
Yeah.
I have to save her. And then she has guilt.
Yep.
She has just like, and I didn't know this until later, that it's parallel to Leon's guilt of the nuke going off in Raccoon City, where he's like, I can't save everyone. And then she feels like I can't save everyone. So when he's relating to her, it's best pair because he's like, I know what you're talking about, but you can't let it literally drag you down. And I'm just like, God. But yeah, anyway, she's super pretty. I just like everything she does. I'm like, yes, Grace, you can do that, whatever you want. The NVIDIA, as everyone knows, they just introduced some new tech. They used Capcom, Resident Evil. They used Warner Brothers Hogwarts Legacy. I think Bethesda's Starfield has basically these demos for this new DSL 5 or whatever, where they can I'm gonna make sure I use the word correctly. It's not upscaling.
Right.
Upscaling to me, like it generates and it basically improves the quality of the pixels, right?
Right.
With AI. This isn't upscaling. This is actual AI generation because like they can literally in real time. Kind of cool that it's real time, but they can change the face of someone and it's using generative AI for that.
Sure.
I think most people have caught on to what generative AI looks like. It has a specific look, and basically it makes men look a certain way and it makes women look a certain way, and kind of like those bad ads you see, like on it just
lotion or something.
It's so
Skincare.
fake looking.
Yeah.
And they did it to Grace, and they're like, "Look how great Grace looks." And it's like it looks like an AI generated video now.
Yep.
And it looks like a completely different actress, which is a disservice to the art design team and also the actress who played her. It's just, and again, they did it for Hogwarts Legacy, and it's just like
which already had not great graphics as a stylistic choice.
Sure.
So to crap on the whole development team,
it was way more like realism over style.
Right.
But still, it's just like, look how much better. And then like they picked like one of those old teachers. Like they aged her up like 80 years, just like all the wrinkles. I'm like, but then there was like another video I saw where they actually cut back on it, so it was like halfway. It's like this stuff can look good if you like tone it down, though. They just went overboard with it. And it's not something they're going to be implementing necessarily. It's just basically another tool they can add for developers if they want it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just going to see a lot more of it.
We are. Absolutely.
Unfortunately. And again, I saw someone argue this. They said, don't just say it looks bad. That's why it's bad. Because eventually it's going to get better looking, right?
Sure.
You should argue that it's bad because it's wrong, not because it looks bad or looks weird. I'm like, I agree with that.
It's bad because it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's bad because they can cut corners now. Do you think that they're trying to do this to cut time and make games better? So by cutting out some of these middle things that they like, oh, we don't have to do this now because AI will do it. They want AI to fully make games so they don't have to pay developers is what they want. So as soon as AI starts fixing the images for us, connecting the code, as soon as it starts doing that, programmers are going to be out of jobs. All right, so that's why they're trying to get AI working. It's not because they want the games to be better. It's not because they want to cut the development time in half. It's because they want to pay people less money. And that's
also, it's like NVIDIA, they're the ones who cut down on manufacturing all their graphics cards so they can dive into the AI field. Like I think they exclusively make, like they have a whole market exclusively made for these AI developing companies. Like, so it's like, yeah, I hate it, and people voice their opinions, and they're probably going to come out with a, hey guys, this is just experimentation. You know, we're not actually going to implement this yet. I think Todd Howard jumped out of his chair, you know, when he saw the opportunity. I really am sad that Capcom was, because I've been loving Capcom lately with so much, but it really pains me to see that they're showing this off. Yeah. I hope they don't just start putting in their games, because again, they have done so well in their character design. They are so stylized. Oh yeah. I mean, like I think they learned their lesson with Chris Redfield in the end of 7, because they completely changed his face back. Because what they did was, what did they do? I think they switched from, with Chris, it was weird. I think they switched to like using mocap for the first time, or facial capture, maybe. And that's why his face looked weird. There was some story behind. Yeah, there was some story why he looked so weird. Look at 8 and look at 7. Look how different he looks.
Oh, absolutely.
Leon looked great in this, and it still captures the old charm, but it adds age onto him. But he doesn't. It looks like it was like realistic. You know, like this is how he would look when he was older. Yeah. So I'm like, don't take away, you know, like there's really cool designs. And again, the way Grace looks, 10, 15 years, she's going to look less realistic, right? But I think it was like stylistically sound. And then her facial animations, like her emotes, I'm like, that's some good stuff. That's like the little things you pick up on, you know, because like, she doesn't talk a whole lot. You have to really look at her face, you know, to like tell how she's feeling at the moment. Like, you don't want to miss that. Also, if you, we didn't bring this up, you can play the entire game in third person or first person, or switch between them.
At will.
And like the game completely changes when you do that, and you can turn around and see Grace doing certain things that she was doing in first person, and just like, again, her animation, you know, her reaction to things is different. Just adds to her playability. But like you lose all of that when you just throw AI slop onto that. I'm
That's
like, I
right.
hate
And
that.
it's slop is
It
what
takes
it is.
so much. You complimented how, like, oh, the first time you fire a gun, it's like the level of detail they have to go into, all that for nothing, and that's something to be appreciated,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
that's why we're paying $70 for it, right?
I paid 80. I wanted that costume with the
I-
titties and rear end.
I exclusively use that costume now.
I explicitly download mods for Grace on PC.
Also,
Yeah.
did you notice? I don't know if you play with it yet. There's some moments where she actually will she doesn't do it, but like the hat will move out of the way for certain things. Like if you're holding Emily, the hat will actually part a little bit because they plan for that, so
Yeah.
it doesn't clip into Emily. I'm like,
That's awesome.
that's amazing. That's what skins should do.
Yes.
Also, the way the hat is tilted, there are so many cutscenes where you only see her one eye. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then you play Noir mode, and you can. They're adding photo mode soon. I'm like, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
more to play.
they had a detail for Leon in his tuxedo outfit where he if you keep him idle, he'll just check his hair with the outfit he's wearing. He's making sure it's still good.
I will buy any amount of merchandise or
Yeah.
microtransactions this game wants
I
because
agree.
they've earned it.
They have, yeah. There's so much in here. I don't feel like I got gypped at $80.
And even though best selling Resident Evil game, I still want to show them that much more. This is what I want.
Yeah.
This is what the standard should be for a AAA game.
Well, I hope the message is loud and clear with sales because 6 million copies in less than a month or about a month, 5 weeks, something like that, something nuts. So it's I'm actually happy with Capcom. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
Because for a while, Capcom's been the villain. When it was still owned by Umbrella Corp. They were the villain. So now, they rivaled EA, which is the connection. But
do you think the next game is going to be the conclusion? Not the conclusion of the series, but the finale of the story they've been building up, or is it just going to be? Because that was another small complaint I had.
Yeah, I know you
was
said
that the
that one.
ending of 9 was very similar to the last two endings, where 7 ends the same way, 9 or 8 ends the exact same way.
yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we build up a slight amount to what this connection stuff is, and then they just cut it. So they kind of did that here. I don't really see how much this game has affected the franchise, the actual overarching story. It's more just introducing characters again, which again, they do that a lot. But if the next one is the finale, then and then they bring back the core group, it's gonna be amazing. Obviously, Chris is gonna make an appearance, so it's probably gonna be Chris, Leon.
You know what I found out?
Hopefully Joe.
To answer your question is it's 50-50. It's the perfect time to do it because it's Resident Evil X,
Right.
10.
Oh yeah.
So it's
They're probably gonna get most of the remakes will be done.
Yeah. I'm actually not mad that they haven't progressed the story because the many side stories that every character goes on has always been pretty much very engaging. I hope they take the right lessons from this because 7 was the return to horror, which is
Right.
fantastic. And then 8, for whatever reason, they kind of, not as bad, but they kind of went the same direction 6 did, where it's everyone just wants the action. So
Right,
8, action
yeah.
again. And then with 9, they're like, okay, how about this? Let's meet them in the middle. So 4 remake, 7 combined together. So I just really hope with 10, they don't make, they keep just making that mistake where it's
Yeah.
scary, kind of action, more action, too much
That's
action.
the thing, tempting to make it Chris and Leon, but they're both, super soldiers. So
Exactly. It's tough.
I think honestly, Jill could get away with the kind of the Grace gameplay
Yeah,
a little bit,
for sure.
even though she's really cool too. They also turn her into a Matrix person
Yeah,
in 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. And then they had the post-credit scene where they're like, "We found the package." It's like, does Capcom even know what the package is?
Probably not.
They don't.
Probably not.
They do that a lot. But
Which I'm okay with.
we'll see. We'll see. Again, 6. For those of you who haven't played, that was the Avengers event because
Yeah.
it was you could play as all the characters and they all have their own story, and it just was super long. And it's really fun gameplay, but the story was just tarnished completely. So it's I really care about the story.
I agree.
And if it hits, dude, this is probably one of the best franchises in all of gaming, and that has been going on since
90,
the 90s.
98 or something.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Yeah.
Moist Critical brought up a good point. It's like, how many game franchises can you think that have been going on for this long? They can still pop out these games that feel so fresh and so new.
Yep.
And honestly, like people are going to be, other developers are going to be looking at 9 as like a step, like almost like we have to be like that.
Well, I hope so because, you know, EA, like, for example, is always like, well, people don't want single player games. They want live service. And
Ubisoft is like that now.
yeah. So, I mean, it's so tempting for Capcom to cash in on this and turn Resident Evil into a live service or something.
Did you see that they announced the remake of Black Flag?
Yeah. Do I think it's going to be a faithful remake? I don't know. Or are they going to?
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've been wanting a new AC Pirates game forever, and they never gave it to us. And this is the closest. That's sad that they had to wait for our entire remake cycle to get us another pirate game officially, and Skull and Bones doesn't count.
Well, here's the problem: is they're low on money.
Yes,
because they wanted someone to buy them out. I don't think anyone took them up on that offer, by the way. And so they've had failure after failure, and they had so much drama with Shadows. Like, now they got to play it safe. So the next AC game has to be a game that they already know people want.
Just learn from 9, dude. Again, Capcom was in a bad place after 6. They didn't know where to go. They started pumping out these games. They also fell into the live service crap, you know, like, and they clearly like 3 different times, and they're like, this isn't working. Yeah. Now they're fully focused on the single player stuff again, and then like. Somehow they got it back, but I'm like,
well, we'll see. I mean, will history repeat itself, or will they continue to build on this niche that has hit mainstream, by the way, and go from there?
Oh yeah. Last thought: what was scarier, your first time playing, 7 or 9?
9. 9. Having the girl breathe down your neck and pop up at random points.
Oh yeah.
Even last night when I've already played the game twice, like whenever she popped out, I was like, ha!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was very loose with Requiem this time. I was like, ah! So yeah.
Infinite Requiem is the most satisfying thing in the world.
I'm debating playing on Insanity without using infinite ammo. I'm debating. I don't think I could beat it.
It's not worth it.
No. But anyway, all right, that's probably it for this episode, guys, because I got to get back to Corsicana. We should hopefully try and shoot one more, but, you know, we're on a time crunch this time, guys.
Sure.
We love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this discussion, and I enjoyed talking about AI and how much everyone hates it.
More Resident Evil to come.
More Resident Evil to come. I'll see you guys in 10 years when the next one comes out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.